Hello students, we were discussing chapter number 4 of class 8 practical geometry in the previous videos and we learned various facts related to the construction of quadrilateral. Let us see with the facts that we have already learned related to the construction of quadrilaterals. So what were those facts? 5 measurements can determine a quadrilateral uniquely. Means what? Whenever we have to construct a quadrilateral, we require minimum 5 measurements so that we can construct it uniquely. Fine. So what were the methods that we have already discussed in the previous video for construction of quadrilaterals? When 4 sides and 1 diagonal are given, when 2 diagonals and 3 sides are given, when 2 adjacent sides and 3 angles are given, when 3 sides and 2 included angles are given. Okay, so these were the 4 various methods or the combinations of 5 measurements related to the quadrilateral so that we can construct it uniquely. But there are some special cases where we need not get the exact 5 measurements given already in the question. We will have to figure out those 5 measurements from the properties associated to that special kind of quadrilateral, and then we can construct it uniquely. So let us see what are the special cases where we are not given the 5 measurements clearly. So the first kind is what? A square. Okay, so you know that when we know that a square is a figure which is having its all 4 sides equal. All 4 sides are equal and each angle is of 90 degree. Okay, and the diagonals are also equal in length. Okay, diagonals are also equal in length and they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So these are some basic properties related to square that we have already learned. So we will apply those properties onto this construction question. And what is given in the question? There is only given the side length of the square 5.1 centimeter. So we will know that if we have the square of side length 5.1 centimeter means what? This square READ. Okay, so this square is having all the 4 sides of 5.1 centimeter because this is the property of the square. Fine. So clearly all the 4 sides can be written as 5.1 centimeter. Okay, and all the angles are of 90 degrees. Okay, all the angles are of 90 degrees. Okay, so automatically we will get the 5 measurements that 2 included angles are of 90 degree and the 3 sides are 5.1 each. Fine, so let us construct this quadrilateral. So for constructing the quadrilateral, that is a square READ, so we will have to take the scale and we will have to measure it for 5.1 centimeter like this. Fine. Now what do we have to do? We have to construct the 90 degree angles onto the point R and E. Okay, because all the angles of the square are of 90 degrees, so we will construct 90 degrees angle. So let us take the compass. Fine. We can adjust the compass to any radius. Fine, and after that we have to construct a semicircle like this. Then we have to shift this to this point of intersection and we have to cut first arc like this. Then we have to construct the second arc like this. Okay, now what do we have to do? We have to adjust the radius a little bit. Okay, we have to place it over this point of intersection and then we have to take another arc from this point and from the other point of intersection also we have to construct another arc. Okay, why it was so? Because the first arc was of 60 degree, the second arc was of 120 degree and the bisector of these two will give us the line of 90 degrees. Okay, so we will have to join this point of intersection to point R so that we can get an angle of 90 degree like this. This is the method of constructing a 90 degree angle with the help of a compass. Okay, we can also construct it directly with the help of a protractor like this. So if I am taking the point 90 degree here, then again I have to join this point E to this point so that I can get an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, you can see that this angle is of 90 degree and this angle is also of 90 degrees. Fine. Now we know that all the four sides of the square are of 5.1 centimeter only. 5.1 centimeter only. So we will take the scale, we will take the compass, and we will do what? We will again measure it till 5.1 centimeter. Okay, now we will place it at point R. We will mark an arc like this, and again we will shift this to point E and we will mark an arc like this, and both the arcs of radius 5.1 centimeter. Okay, after this what we will do, we will join these points of intersection to the point R, E and together like this. And how we got the vertices of the required square? This is R, this is E, this is A, and this is D. This point is D. So this is our required square READ, which is a special kind of quadrilateral named as square, and all the measurements or minimum 5 measurements are not necessary to be mentioned clearly because it's already understood that all four sides must be of equal length and all angles will be of 90 degrees. Okay, so this is how we constructed it. Now let us see what is the next question. A rhombus whose diagonals are of 5.2 centimeter and 6.4 centimeter long. Okay, so you know that if we have a rhombus, so rhombus is what? Rhombus is a special kind of quadrilateral, okay, whose all four sides are equal. Suppose this is A, B, C, D, all four sides are equal and the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. This is the property related to the special kind of quadrilateral named as rhombus. So we have been given that the diagonal lengths are 5.2 centimeter and 6.4 centimeter. So what we will do, we will either start with using diagonal first, that is of 5.2 centimeter, or with the second diagonal, that is 6.4 centimeter. Okay. Um, After that, we will bisect that particular diagonal. We will draw perpendicular bisector of that, and after that, we will try to construct the second diagonal onto this using this property only, that diagonals are perpendicular bisectors only. Let us see how we will do this. So now again we have to do what? We have to start with one diagonal. I am starting with the diagonal that is of 5.2 centimeter. Okay, and our quadrilateral is A, B, C, D. Let us AC is equals to 5.2 centimeter and BD is equals to 6.4 centimeter. Okay, now first of all we will take the scale, and after that we will mark the line till 5.2 centimeters like this. Okay, now this time we will do what? We will try to construct a perpendicular bisector of it. Okay, so we will use the compass and we will place it over here. We will take the radius of the arc to be constructed approximately more than half of this line. Then we will mark an arc over here, and on the opposite side also we will mark the arc like this. Then we will shift this to this point and we will make an arc like this so that it can intersect the previous arc, and on the opposite side also we will try to intersect the already drawn arc. Okay, like this. Okay, this is what the intersection of the two arcs is. Now we will join these 2 points of intersection. Okay, we will join these 2 points of intersection, and definitely on this line only we will be able to mark the points mark the points B and D. Fine. So this was point A, this was point C. This is the center point of this line AC. Now the half of 6.4 is equals to 3.2. Okay, when we will divide 6.4 by 2, we will get the value as 3.2. So we will construct 3.2 on the above side of AC and 3.2 on the downward side of AC also. So we will take the scale again, we will take the compass again, and then we will take the radius as 3.2 centimeter. Okay, we will fix this. Then we will place it onto the center point of AC, and then we will mark an arc like this on the upper side and like this on the downward side as well. Okay, so this point is what? This point is our point B, and this point of intersection is our point D. So now simply we have to do what? We have to join these points A to B, B to C, C to D, and A to D. This is our required quadrilateral ABCD. This is our required quadrilateral ABCD, which is a rhombus having its two diagonals mutually perpendicular to each other and bisectors of each other also. Okay, so let us now see the third special case, that is of a rectangle whose adjacent sides of length 5 centimeter and 4 centimeter are given. Fine. So again, if we consider a rectangle, we know that what is the property of rectangle? That is, suppose if this is a rectangle P, Q, R and S, then opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other, and all four angles are of 90 degrees each. So if one side is given as 5 centimeter, then opposite side will also be of 5 centimeter, and if the breadth is given as 4 centimeter, then opposite side of QR will also be of 4 centimeter. Fine. So we will construct this in the same way as we constructed the square reed. So let us start the construction of this quadrilateral, that is a rectangle. So first of all, we will take the scale and we will make a line of 5 centimeter. Okay. Now we will take the compass. Okay. Or we can take the help of protractor also, and we will try to mark the point for getting the angle 90 degree. Then we will shift this compass to the other point and we will mark again for 90 degree. Now we will join these points to this point, okay, like this. Something like this to get the angle 90 degrees, and here also we will join this point so that we can get the angle of 90 degrees. Now the breadth was of, this was the side length, suppose P, this was suppose P and Q. So we have the rectangle as P, Q, R and S. So we have drawn PQ of 5 centimeter. Now we know that PS and QR is equals to 4 centimeter each. Okay, so we will take the scale, we will use the compass and we will adjust this to 4 centimeter like this. Okay, now taking point P as center, we will cut an arc of radius 4 centimeter, and then taking Q as the center, we will cut an arc of radius 4 centimeters. Okay, in this manner. So accordingly we will get point S and point R. Now the last target is to join the points obtained. Okay, so we will join point S to point R to point Q, and point S to point P like this. So this will be our quadrilateral, that is a rectangle that is a rectangle whose opposite sides are equal and parallel and all angles are of 90 degrees. So this is of 4 centimeter, this is of 4 centimeter, and this is of 5 centimeter. Fine. So with this chapter ends over here. We will be discussing the next chapter in the coming video.